Merry Christmas once again, everyone. This is Thomas and Equestria Girls, Couples and Ships 21 here. And as you just seen in my last video, I read a story called Mrs. Kyndley's Christmas, which was part of the Railway Series book, Toby the Tram Engine. Now, this was a request by my BFF, Valentin Sparkle, the Holden B15 Productions, and it's how I would adapt Mrs. Kyndley's Christmas for TV. So, let me give you all a brief explanation of what the story is about first. Mrs. Kyndley's Christmas is about Thomas and Toby helping Mrs. Kyndley be safe for the Christmas celebrations. Then at the end, the driver and fireman are so kind enough to give her presents and even tickets to Bournemouth to get better by Sir Topham Hatt. This is a really good story. Definitely not perfect, but I think it's a good story nonetheless. So, with the brief summary of Mrs. Kyndley's Christmas out of the way, let's go over on how I would adapt this story for the TV series. So, as you all know, Mrs. Kyndley's Christmas was originally shown as a flashback in the season 1 finale of Thomas and Friends called Thomas's Christmas Party. But this is what my adaptation is going to try and expand upon, that it would be fleshed to fit out in the TV series perfectly. So, the main difference I am going to make with this story is that it will be raining from the beginning of my adaptation in order to add a bit more excitability to season 1, making it look a bit more action-packed. And yeah, I'm gonna have this story still be placed during the events of season 1, whereas Thomas's Christmas Party will be moved to season 2 in my head canon, whilst Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree will be part of season 3, Thomas and Percy's Christmas Adventure as part of season 4, and so on and so forth. And at the end of this story, I'm gonna have it actually show Thomas and Toby welcoming Mrs. Kyndley back to Sodor after her visit to Bournemouth to get better. Yep, so I think that's pretty much everything. That is how I would adapt Mrs. Kyndley's Christmas for the TV series, but I would also have snow all over the ground after the rainstorm. And I hope you all like my adaptation. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave me a comment, subscribe, share, thumbs up, request, follow me on Instagram, etc. I shall see you all in the next one. And once again, have a very Merry Christmas.